Warning: the following podcast has been rated listener R due to strong language, violent situations, drug references, sexual innuendos, and who knows what else. Listener discretion is advised. With that being said, hang on, sugar tits, because we're about to get wobbled.
What is going on, guys? It's Clayton Wobble Elliott back again with the Let's Get Wobbled podcast, episode 13, back with Stevens. It has been a long time coming, buddy. I have missed the fuck out of you and doing these episodes. What's going on?
Oh, not shit. Chilling. Sitting in the garage, drinking a beer, smoking a cigar.
Trying to smoke these cheap ass cigars is what I'm doing.
I like them. I mean, for what they are, the purpose, quick and easy, convenient. I like them.
I just
That
filled this up.
that fucking lighter don't like you though. And that's a new one too, ain't it?
You know, butane lighters are supposed to be the best thing, especially for cigars, because if you use any other kind of lighter, like a regular lighter, they say that the fucking fuel taints the taste of the cigar or
I've
whatever.
heard guys talk about that. Yeah, I don't get it.
Especially with the more expensive cigars like I normally get, I try to stick with butane, but I have the most problems with butane. I can pick up a Bic, light that fucking thing, and I know it's gonna light.
Yep.
Butane's hit and miss. It may work, it may not.
That's been the selling point about Bic for years, man.
Fucking reliable.
Regardless, it will always light. But butane, it gets to be a little bit of a bitch. Even lighter fluid, man, that you
Yeah.
put in your Zippos and stuff. It
Yep.
gets to be a pain in the butt sometimes. What I like about Zippos, though, is if there could be a combination between a Bic and a Zippo, it'd be right on.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
Zippo, you can have fucking windows down, driving down the road, light that son of a bitch, and you can get your shit lit.
That's reliable too. My
Never
dad
goes
had
out.
one for years. Bought the flints, bought the fuel, and fucking paint wore off that motherfucking thing. And I think he finally just lost it. I don't think it ever went bad.
Huh. Yeah, they stay good
I've
forever.
got mine, and I need to re-wick mine and put the cotton in a certain different way because all the fucking shit leaks out of my fucking lighter. So.
Yeah.
But I've had it for maybe a year or so. I just don't ever hardly use it now. But oh man, it's been a rough one ever since Chris and I recorded the episode. Let's see, been busy. Had a couple days off there. Went to a football game with you.
Yep.
We hung out and decided we were going to spend the day off together. Spent the night at Kristen's. Had dinner with her and went to the football game. And then my dumbass, I keep talking about picking up overtime. I picked up overtime, and I was hoping to pick up overtime again tonight because today, for third shift, is technically the holiday. We're recording this on the 9th now. So the 9th on third shift would be your holiday for the 10th, which is Columbus Day.
Yep.
Waited for the call, never got it, but worked a 16-hour shift last night. Got 4 hours of sleep, went back in for another 8, was possibly going to try to do another 16, but fuck, dude. I am tired as shit. Not like I can go to sleep right now, but I am fucking drained.
Exhausted.
I've got nothing left in the tank.
Yep. I mean, I remember those days, but it's been quite some time since I picked up OT, man. But I really need to get back in and start picking up OT. When I walked out, when I got off Tuesday morning, I ain't been back to work since.
But it's nice to be able to do that. I've had
Yep.
those long vacations, and it's so fucking nice. Now, when you go to back into work on your next scheduled day,
Yep.
you're gonna be like, A, this fucking blows. I don't want to go back to work. And B, when's the next day I can fucking take a day off so I can just get back into my
here's
rhythm
the
again?
thing, and I didn't purposely set it up like this. I didn't think this too far ahead on this situation. It just happened to be I had a vacation day set for Friday because of the football game.
Right.
And sadly to say, that was kind of a waste of a vacation day.
Yeah.
But so it came into me having Wednesday and Thursday off, having Friday off, and then back when the signups, I opted out of. I put no on for the vacation today. I ended up with having the Sunday or this Monday vacation, which is supposed to be tonight. So I'm sitting there yesterday, like, you know what? I think I'm feeling kind of sick. But messaging you like, hey, I'm thinking about taking a sick day. And it's like, well, if you want to take a sick day,
That's exactly what I told you. I said, if you take a sick day, that means that we're going to be one short, and that
Mhm.
means I signed up for the overtime book, so I'm going to get the spot that I want if you call off sick.
right,
So
right.
thanks for calling off for 8
Yep.
hours so I could work the extra
Yep.
8 hours.
Yep, I called off, and it wasn't even 2 or 3 minutes later.
They called me right up. They said, "Hey, you want that spot you've been wanting?" I said, "Abso-fucking-lutely."
Yeah.
I
But
think they wound up. They took a volunteer and they took me and a freeze that night.
and that's the part I hate about that situation too. I hate getting guys froze. I don't.
You can't help that she got froze.
Yeah.
Somebody could have volunteered that with me. Hey man, I've been needing fucking overtime. Elliot took that one spot that I wanted. Fuck whatever. He could have fucking volunteered. Anybody on that shift could have volunteered her spot.
Right.
Nobody decided to. So what?
Yeah.
But that's your time though. You have worked and built for that. You should be able to use it when you want to use it.
Yeah, that's true. I
So
didn't.
don't get butthurt over that.
I try not to. But it played right in. And, I go back and like I said, I didn't plan this out at all. But I go to work Monday, Tuesday, get Wednesday, Thursday off, and have training on Friday.
You don't.
So
Got training on Wednesday, so it'll butt me. Wednesday will be a short day.
through his career,
We'll talk about that story when I get him on because I want a first person
yeah,
perspective from
for
that.
sure. His career from that point. Somebody's
We've all got those stories,
Mhm.
Shit happens. I said you're gonna fuck up. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, I've tried pretty hard here for my whole time being on probation, but
It happens.
I
You can't fucking avoid it.
I lost cuffs. So
Cuffs.
I'm cuffs.
I can't
now.
remember who I told that to. I don't know if I told. I think I told Ice and somebody else.
Yeah, we found the cuffs, so I didn't
Yeah.
permanently lose them, but there was a good span in that shift that I was kind of
Fucking
panicked.
butthole pucker.
Oh yeah,
That tight couldn't fucking drive a pin through it.
And trust me, I tried like a motherfucker to get away without telling anybody about it. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Last resort, yeah.
retrace my steps. I'm gonna find these motherfuckers. I ain't got to tell nobody about it. Yeah, sadly, it didn't work that way, and was our lieutenant that night too. So
I did. But everything's been good so far. I mean, I am treading water, I guess you can say. I mean, it's not. I'm doing all right. I'm
yeah,
not gonna say I'm not excelling because I feel like I am for the most part. But I mean, I'm doing all right.
we're living,
Yeah,
breathing. So far, tomorrow's gonna be another day.
that's right. I'll be there.
So, I mean, not everybody's fortunate to be waking up tomorrow.
Count your blessings for sure.
For sure.
Got anything that grinds your gears?
Yeah, these kids not doing what I asked them to do.
Ooh.
It's led into a little bit of a mess. You know, it's one thing. It's like, hey, here's your chores. Been telling them forever. This is your chores. Each kid has a chore, so it ain't like it's getting mixed up. That's one thing for the kid to be lazy and not do the damn chores. So it's a very common battle day in and day out with these kids. But it's starting to affect a little bit of what we got going on here now. And a simple thing was asked of our kid. And I'm not going to throw him out, but it's definitely one of my boys that is responsible for the chicken coop. And what frustrates me more than anything, it it wasn't accidental. We had we have a chicken coop. Now that the season's over, we kept the chickens in a chicken coop for growing season so they didn't get into our vegetable beds and tear up all our vegetables and shit. Now it's over, we let them free range. And we started this and he's got one job. And that's beyond feeding the chickens is to go out there and shut the chicken coop up at the end of the day. On this day, because it's relatively new that we're doing this again, she tells him, Mom tells him, go out there, shut the chicken coop up. This is where ignorance doesn't affect me. And like I know my kids aren't ignorant. Okay. So there's technically, if you want to think about it, there's 3 doors onto my chicken coop. Okay. you would, and he knows this very much, but he gets told to go out and shut the fucking chicken coop up. He goes out. I had that feeling. He wasn't out there very fucking long, and he was back
Knew something
inside.
was up.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna trust the fact that the boy knows how to shut fucking doors. Okay, it's not rocket science. Well, go out. We also have our meat rabbits tied into the chickens too. We have them intertwined with the chickens in cages, of course. They're not, the rabbits ain't free roaming. Um, but I went out to mess with the rabbits the following day, and there's fucking feathers everywhere.
Ugh.
Chicken feathers everywhere. Coyote prints or dog print all over that fucking chicken coop. And go to let the fucking chickens out, and all of a sudden I'm missing a rooster, and I'm missing about 5 hens.
Mm.
And I'm like, and all that comes out is my one, because we had 2 roosters. The one rooster come walking out with 4 hens. And I'm like, what the fuck? Open up the fucking shed door. At this point, I knew at least one bird was gone with all the fucking feathers. I knew
Right.
something was up. But open up the shed doors, and that was all the chickens. I was expecting a couple of them still be roosted up a little bit or whatnot. Nope. That was all the fucking chickens. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So about 5 hens were fucking slayed by rather. We have a wild dog out here that I damn near shot when I pulled in the driveway. He was fucking around with one of the chickens. But you had the kids in the back seat crying, "No, Dad, don't shoot the dog." And it was a mangy looking fucking dog. So I'm kind of up in the air whether it's that one or if had Coyote down there messing around. Either or is free dinner for them, and they know that they can come back. So I've been making sure the chicken coop's set up. But me and you right now are talking in my garage right now, and as you can tell, there's 2 in particular chickens that don't want no part of that fucking shed.
Don't
So
fucking blame them.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking whatever it was got up in that fucking shed too, because I have a little doggy door cut out into the shed from the run. That way they can come in from the run, they can go up in the shed, get roosted up. It's all good to go. Well, these, as you can tell, I got 2 chickens in my garage right now. One's roosted up in damn near the rafters of the garage, and one's just sitting on my zero turn. And they don't. I've tried like hell to get them to go in into that
Ain't
shed,
fucking
and
moving, huh?
they don't want no fucking part of it
I'll be
at
damned.
all.
Yeah, my
So
grandma's got the same thing, kind of like yours, but she doesn't have chicken wire wrapped around whatever. She's got a big open field with like kind of like hog fence or whatever, but it's a big ass area. And
yeah,
her property backs up the woods like yours. So she's got kind of the same thing, but the doggy door or whatever you want to call it to let the chickens out of the run, she's got a concrete block that she sets beside it. So when she shuts the chickens up, you
she
close
shuts
the
it up.
yeah, she closed the door and then you set the concrete block right there in front of the door. But even then, she still has problems every once in a while with fucking coons or fucking something getting up in there and eating her fucking chicken.
See, I've never had problems with coons. No signs of coons. I got chicken wire all the way up. I got netting on the top, so nothing, no bird, hawk or something can fly down into the coop, grab one, and go. But everything would have been fine if all doors got shut. One door was left. One door wasn't closed all the way. The other door was wide open. And then, of course, you ask him about it, and it's like, well, I shut the door. Did you check the other fucking 2 doors? Well, no. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What sense does that? So, boy, what fucking sense does that make? Really? You can shut one fucking door, but leaving this door here open, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. So immediately what pisses me off because they get in that whole playing dumb aspect. And I'm telling you, this kid in particular is a straight A student. And he's not dumb. But what he is, he's extremely lazy. He hates doing things when people tell him to do things. He hates having chores. All my boys do. My oldest does too. Fucking lazy. And that's what grinds my gears, man. Is just that.
Yeah.
My boys are fucking lazy. And you got to fight with them to get them to do the simplest thing.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Process of elimination just told me which one.
Oh yeah,
which one
for
it
sure.
was. I
Easy
can
enough.
see him standing there looking.
Oh
at
yeah, looking up at me like, I'm like, dude, I'm about to boot your fucking ass across this fucking property, dude. But after the fact, you calm down a little bit. It's like, it's fucking chickens. We'll get a couple more. It
Yeah.
is what it is. It's coming
But
in
still,
winter.
it's instilling that
Yeah,
fucking not only
it's-
responsibility, but take credit. Hey, listen, I fucked up.
Mhm,
But,
exactly. That's all I
and
want.
I'm sure you wouldn't have even been pissed about it. There's just a couple hens and fucking, whatever.
No,
But-
after the fact, it's all right. I still have hens. It's still going to give me. It's going to give me the eggs that I need. I don't sell eggs or anything. It's all personal use. So I'm gonna have more than enough. The
Right.
laying process is slowing down anyways. It's fucking cold. So it is what it is. Come springtime, I'll get some more. But it's the fact that you play dumb,
Right.
and the other side of it that I constantly have to look. I have a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an 11-year-old, and an 8-year-old. I expect that shit out of the 8-year-old. But my 13, 12, and 11, I should not have to repeat myself day in and day out. But they're lazy. These boys are lazy. And I say that grinds my fucking gears because no way, shape, form in a million years would I got away with that shit as a fucking kid. So I question myself. Am I hard enough? Am I doing the right thing? Am I teaching these boys the right thing? The one thing that I have a huge competition with, and that's electronics.
Yeah.
Phones, tablets, computers, their Xboxes, their fucking I fall in this dip. I always said no, never. When they get old enough they can have a phone, that's just so for me to get a hold of.
That's how my parents were, yeah.
But Xboxes, TVs, all that other shit, nope, ain't gonna fucking happen. Well, what happened? They get the Xbox, they get TVs because everybody that they hang out has them. So you don't want your child feeling like they're left out. And honest to God, I think I made a mistake by doing that. Because these kids can't take more than fucking 3 steps or wipe their fucking ass without having that fucking phone.
Let me lay a little piece of nugget on you. I heard this from a comedian that I'm a big fan of. I can't think of I think his name is Josh Wolf. Which my dad used to do it, and it clicked for me because I was like, because I remember that feeling as a kid when you go to turn your TV on, or not TV, but I had like a Wii or whatever as a kid. To punish his kids, he would leave the TV or the Wii or whatever gaming system or whatever. Take the cord.
Mhm.
Just because. And I wish I was an adult at that point because I remember what I did as a kid when I went to turn it on and be like, that
What the fuck?
motherfucking son of a bitch. He
Yeah.
had the balls to leave that shit and just take the cord.
Yeah, I've done that. I've taken the cords to their TV and their Xboxes, but
And what does it fix?
it don't. It doesn't. And that's the problem I have. So like tonight, for an example, I had a long fucking discussion with them because I'm cleaning up my garage and my wood shop, and 95% of the mess. I ain't touched my wood shop in almost a year since I started this job. It just ain't been on the right schedule to do so. And yet I keep constantly cleaning up this fucking mess. And today it was just 95% of the shit was theirs. It was pants and clothing and shit that was literally hard, stuck to the fucking floors and been there for a fucking minute. To where they play outside, play in a creek or ride a fucking cooler and
You've
come
got
inside.
teenage boys, bud. Let's not fucking beat around the bush.
Yeah.
There's a reason that
That's
shit's
what I told my wife. I said,
glued
you
to the
come
fucking walls.
You come across the fucking sock, don't touch it. You let them deal with their own socks.
Got your boys having squirrels running around the fucking house.
But that's what socks. These kids are always complaining. Well, I don't know where my socks are. And I swear to God, I found 20 pairs of socks down here. But they're and the other part about this that leads into grind my gears too is these kids can't take their fucking boots or shoes off and stick them in a spot. I would be fine if they just stood there and took them off and they're side by side. No,
At least they're together and in a spot. I know exactly.
Yeah,
what
you
mean.
find one boot or shoe over here, and about 100 yards away, you find the other one. It's like, what the fuck did you do? Did you fucking take 3 steps back and wind up for a 60-yard fucking field goal? Like, come on now. I was chasing boots all over my damn wood shop and shoes and stuff, but 95% of that mess was theirs. So of course, I let loose a little bit on them, especially to the boys.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you what, because maybe it is a little bit my fault. I deal with all the heavy lifting around here. When it comes to mowing the grass, the weed eating, chopping wood, cutting wood, cleaning the property up, digging holes, moving manure, I do it all. I don't have no expectations on dragging him out and fucking doing what I'm capable of doing. But I told him tonight, I said, you know what? That's your guys' fucking problem. You have no idea. You have no idea how to respect what you got because you have no idea what the fuck hard work is. You ain't been outside with the shovel in your hand digging a fucking hole or a trench to where you had 5 blisters on both fucking hands. You ain't you ain't had a wheelbarrow fucking gravel or wood fucking 100 yards away
Mhm.
and do it magnitude of times because that's all you had was a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But a huge fucking pile of gravel or wood. You guys have no fucking clue. So you know what? Maybe I doubt I do it till spring. Now the ground's hard, but I got water that likes to lay up in the
Yep.
driveway and shit. So I'm digging drain pipe, and I'm gonna route all this water where it fucking needs to go and try and clean up some of my problem. And I told him that. I said I'm gonna have to have fucking couple 100 yards of fucking trench ran, and that needs to be about 3 or 4 foot deep.
You've got 3 kids in football that
Yeah.
can fucking do that shit
I said so.
free.
I said, I tell you what. I said, you all can't manage to do your chores to sweep up the damn floor, clean up the living room, keep your rooms clean, do the dishes that need to be done. Then I'll swap you out. I'll clean the house, and you all can get outside and do it. I said, I don't give a fuck how long it takes you. I said, it take you 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That depends on you. I said, but you ain't coming. That's a reasonable amount of time. I mean, 10 o'clock. I'll let you in at fucking 10 o'clock. I'll put a spotlight out there for you. I said, but I said, and the trench ain't just that. I said, chicken coop's gonna have to need moved. I said, there's weeds along the fucking creek that needs done. Wood's gonna need done. And I'm sitting there, and you can see their eyes getting big. I said, yeah. I said that list, it can get bigger, and I can make shit up.
Yeah.
No big deal. I said, but I'll take the half hour, go inside, do the dishes real
Yeah.
quick, sweep the fucking floor, and dust up a little bit, and be more than happy for you all to go out there and dig my fucking 200-yard trench.
No shit.
I said, so this is where we're going to start. You guys can't manage to do your chores and do them where it's not half-assed because that's the problem. The other problem, when they decide they're going to do them, they come in and rush. It's like,
Fast trying to
like
get it done
30
as fast as
seconds
I can.
done. Job's not getting done right.
Yeah.
Still shit on my dishes, still dirt on my fucking floor. They're just half-assing it, just get it over and done
Yeah.
with. So
It's funny you were talking about that because my dad's favorite line, and I always hated it, but I know why he said it now. When I was a kid, especially on weekends or something where dad just wanted to relax or do something on his days off. You know how our days off are.
yeah,
Fucking, normally 9 times out of 10 don't want to do anything.
right.
Just trying to play catch up through the week.
Oh yeah.
I used to go up to dad and be like, Dad, I'm just bored. I don't know what to do. I'm just bored.
Wrong.
Dad said, I'll find you something if you're bored. And then you were like, no, I'm not bored anymore. It's like, oh, you told me you're bored.
Yeah.
He said, well, you've got a chore now.
Yep.
Go do this and then come back and tell me you're fucking bored.
That's how it
I
was.
didn't do that very many times.
That was when I
Not
grew up,
fucking
too.
stupid.
In my situation, if I would say those words without my chores being done, my laundry being done, or my room being clean, that was the first thing my dad was doing. If I would say, I'm bored, are we gonna go do anything? He would get right up. He'd go look at my fucking room, look at my clothes hamper, look at the shit. Of course, I knew well enough at that point in my life that
Well, you only say you're bored so many times before you fucking realize.
well, I tried that, but I tried to outsmart the system. Like, I'm gonna get my chores done. It's all gonna be done right. My room's
Don't
gonna be
fucking matter.
sparkling. My laundry's
There's
all done.
always something.
And then be like, hey, I'm bored. And then knowing he's gonna get up and look, and I can sit there cheesing like a motherfucker. And lo and behold, that now I go out with a push mower and mow 2 acres of fucking grass and weed eat after I'm done. And that shit sucked. Because go out there and it was literally 2 acres of fucking grass, and it wasn't flat. The push mow, and you get done. It's like 80 degrees outside. Like, I'm done. Then he hands you the fucking weed eater. And he's like, now you're gonna fucking weed eat
Yeah.
everything. And so those days of saying, like you said, bored. Nah, that
And what are
shit
you gonna
never
do? Tell
came.
your dad no?
No, you're
You
no
fuck
damn
no, you're
straight, no,
not.
not.
No.
You know, and
Because
that's
he'll bury you next to the weed eaters. What's gonna
and that's the other problem, my dude, is our kids think they have the right to argue back. You know?
I'll tell you what, man. I told Ice this today. We were fucking around about it. I can't remember how we got on the subject, but I told him something. The topic got brought up, and I told him, Mom used to fucking beat my ass too. She wasn't afraid.
Oh yeah.
Now, granted, my dad was a legendary ass
Mhm.
whooper. That was his fucking job on the weekends, was to whip our kids'
That
ass.
was definitely
But
MO.
But
Yeah.
I can honestly say I never got my ass whooped for something I didn't deserve, and I am very appreciative that I got my ass beat as a kid because I feel like it makes me who I am
Oh,
today.
100%.
With that being said, my mom, I will fucking think about this to the day that I die, and she'll probably regret it. But I do not backtalk my mom. Now, granted, I'm old enough now. Her and I'll joke. I never used to be big about cussing in front of my mom, but my mom and I'll joke, and we'll cuss sometimes. But
Mhm.
it's never like directed towards her. I remember I was at the park one day. She told me to do something. Backtalked her, and before I could get the fucking words out of my mouth, she backhanded me, and my tooth caught my lip, and it busted my lip. So I look down, and I look at my hand. There's blood coming out. I cried like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
And my dad's like, "Yeah, you'll quit fucking backtalking your mama."
100%.
And from that day fucking forward, I never once backtalked my mom because I was like, she'll beat the fuck out. Oh, not she won't beat the fuck
Not
out of me. But I
literally.
knew, yeah,
These days
that's what you fucking get.
These days you gotta watch your language. On that because everybody wants to fucking call children's services. That's the fucking problem nowadays, man.
My
Too
mom
many.
and dad never beat my ass, like
There's a
picked me up and
difference
threw me
between your
across the
ass
room.
beating.
Yeah, I deserved everything I got as a kid.
Yeah, 100%.
I do not regret it. My dad and I sit down now about me being an adult and talk about the legendary ass whoopings that he gave
Yep.
and how much I appreciate that now. Because I'm not some fucking kid hanging out on the fucking street slinging dope.
Drugged up.
I'm not some fucking
Addicted.
dude who's living paycheck to paycheck trying to make ends meet and still trying to save some money to go fucking get a hustle on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's not even
teach you morals and values.
most of them don't even have the damn job to live paycheck to
Exactly.
paycheck.
Yeah, he's fucking sucking off the government.
They suck off the government, so end up selling all their fucking shit away throughout the fucking year to keep up with what the hell they got going on, and then it's the side hustles and everything else. It's just I'm not going to get into that subject and talk bad because I don't know who I know that may be in that situation, and I'm
There's
not.
some people that do need help. Everybody gets down sometimes. But it's like you said too. I remember back when I was in school, the kids of the school, like we were all juniors and seniors in high school. But we would donate money to help get gifts for kids that didn't get a Christmas.
Yeah.
And I remember I was part of that group once that we would wrap the presents and they would put the name tags on them later for the fucking kids or whatever.
Yeah, we had an angel tree.
I can't remember what the fuck we called it. It was some shit in school. But we had to take a Sharpie, Stevens, and fucking black it out the fucking barcode. And I was like, why are we doing this? It
So
doesn't
they
make
can't
any sense.
return it.
So they can't fucking return it for drug
jeez.
money.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking problem.
Yeah, that's bad. And it was a problem. It
Probably still is. It's probably worse now than what it was.
Oh yeah.
Any problem that we had back then was probably escalated 5-10 times by now.
Yeah, and who's right and wrong? Between this whole discussion of fucking whooping your kid's ass or
Exactly. Exactly.
It's ridiculous, man. And
Dad and I and my mom will forever sit and talk about the times I got my ass beat. There's some legendary ones I fucking remember.
Yeah.
To this day. I'm 25.
I'm sure you and I both most of what we got we fucking deserved. I was a shithead.
Everything I got.
I was.
I never once got my ass beat and thought, I didn't even fucking do anything wrong. I got my ass beat and I was like, well, I probably shouldn't have fucking done that.
Well, let's try to do it this way next time.
Yeah.
We're always...
But that was the point that was made.
Yeah.
And that point got across extremely fast. I can't tell you how fast I learned not to use my hands to cover my ass cheeks. It took 2.3 seconds to realize that.
Yeah.
Because Dad took that paddle, poof, cracked them hands. He said, you'll fucking not do that again. And then beat my ass. And I was like, you're all right, sir.
Speaking of, like, I read an article, whether it's going to be legit, pass through, whatnot. Missouri is talking about implementing paddles back into school.
Fuck yes.
And I think,
well, I do agree with that to an extent, but I also see where the world's going now. I don't want the substitute teacher fucking coming in on a fucking bad day and just fucking beating the shit out of Susie for no fucking reason. But you have to have the good people in the world to know what's right and wrong.
Dude,
But
a lot of these kids nowadays, man, are shitheads.
I know.
I'm telling you, dude. They don't know what respect is. They don't know what manners are. They don't know what, bullying is. They're all in their little cliques. Of course, that's how it was.
We say that. You said kids. I think the key word there is fucking people. Because there's some adults that I know
Mm-hmm.
personally and in other ways. Still fucking adults that act like that.
Oh, yeah.
And me being 25, I'm like, come on now. Like, aren't we fucking human beings?
Right.
Or weren't we raised better than this? And some of them fucking weren't.
Yeah, and that's really I stand super strong on that standpoint of you are of how you were raised, you know, and that's my worry with these boys. Like you all don't even know what hard work is. What the hell are you going to do when you get out in the work field, or you got to take care of your own damn self?
Right.
You
That's
know?
hard because your kids are, in my eyes, they're not old enough to get a job to understand the value of a dollar. But yet they're old enough to kind of get that
But
concept.
we pay them to do their chores right,
Right.
and then they want to be like, "You ain't give me no money."
Because you half-assed
I was
it,
like,
motherfucker.
because there ain't been a day this fucking week that you've done your job right. I am not paying for fucking half work.
Yeah.
I'm not, hell, you guys are online of like a quarter work. I said, I'm telling you what, you start showing results where I can walk in and just noticeably see that, damn, kids got the chores done. Not just one day.
Without having to ask. That is such a
Right.
big thing. With people that I've lived with, I'm not even going to mention anything, but people that I've lived with, just to see the pile of dishes and know that you have the day off, I am at work, and for that conscious decision to go through your fucking noggin to say, dishes need done. I'm home. I'll do anything. I'll do the dishes.
Right.
I come home and I'm like, fuck, the dishes are done and I didn't have to fucking ask him to do it. It just, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same way with you. You got a dishwasher upstairs?
Nope.
Oh, you don't have a dishwasher?
Nope.
Okay, that's a little bit different. But
I will be getting
the fucking,
one.
I mean, that portable dishwasher saved my fucking life, man. I love it. But all you got to do is load the motherfucker and turn it on. It does the rest of the work.
Right.
And it's still like, the dishes have sat there for fucking 2 weeks, and I just, not 2 weeks, but I mean like 5 days while I've been at work or something, which I try to catch up while I'm on my days off. I do the best I can.
We resort to fucking paper plates and
Fuck yeah.
forks anymore.
Hell yeah. I'm
Because
okay with that.
it does get rough when you got kids ain't doing their part of the chores, and then, mom and dad are working and working goofy hours.
You want peach one or you want another strawberry?
Uh,
These peaches are pretty good. I got
yeah, just
fucked
give me
up
a
on these
peach.
one of these times. Sorry, I let you go dry. That's my fault. I'm the bartender of this
Yes.
fucking.
These Kool-Aid things, man, they're dangerous.
You ain't
Dangerous
shitting?
fucking things.
I almost brought you another fucking pack of red, white, and berries. But I
Them are
didn't
good.
I didn't go down here to I went to Pilot, not Sunoco. Those are dangerous. Those are delicious.
Good.
Tastes
They're
like
definitely
Kool-Aid.
good. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Kool-Aid.
It's Kool-Aid, and then you drink a couple too many, and you fucking can't get around real well.
I ain't drunk these damn things till you come around.
Well, I even like a cold beer every once in a while, but these are just fucking easy to drink.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of the same thing. Almost identical on what I said about their mess down here is, you ain't gonna tell me, especially two boys, because their rooms are down here. Said you ain't gonna fucking tell me you don't walk by this every single
fucking
day,
day.
100 fucking times, and not once did it ever fucking pop up in your head like, this is a mess. This is messy.
But they're okay with it.
And they're
It
fine.
was there yesterday. Fuck
Yeah.
it ain't getting
Fuck
any
it.
worse. And even if it is, it's still going to be there tomorrow. But
And the oldest is like, what do you want me to do? It's just not my mess. It's everybody's mess. I'm like, okay.
take initiative.
Take initiative
Take
and
initiative.
responsibility.
It doesn't matter if it's your mess or not. Fucking clean it up.
Right. Clean it up. Somebody
God.
owes you at that point, or go drag them. Go up there, say, sis, bub, your fucking shit's down here. Get it picked up now, or I'm just going to go take it and toss it on your bed. I said, but what you're going to show as a 13-year-old is that you're learning. Now you're taking initiative. You're taking responsibility. I said, and those things don't go unseen.
Yeah.
You'll be rewarded
At
for
least you're
that for
fucking
sure.
trying, yeah.
And you're trying. I said, but the fact of none of you give two fucks, it's blowing my damn mind. I said, you guys are driving me crazy, literally up the damn wall, because it's not just for the fact of them not listening. It's for the fact that I don't want to fail as a parent. I don't want to have 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that don't fucking have a clue of what to do, to
Right.
go out and get a job or stick with that job because they don't know what hard work is and it's beating their ass and
Right.
they're living in my damn basement and smoking dope and doing all the shit I don't want them to be doing. So that's the part that comes stressful to me. Are they gonna have their own personalities? Absolutely. They gonna go out and fucking drink and party it up like we did, 100%. But when I grew up, I had to fear God put me. You know, I was literally scared to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and that
Because
stuck
you
with
knew
me.
what was coming. There was never a fucking question.
Right. You knew there was consequences on those actions,
Yep.
period. And honestly, throughout, I partied, dude. I drunk. I smoked a little. You know, who hasn't?
Me.
But
I didn't at all.
you're crazy.
I'm dead serious. Never once tried anything. Because my dad worked the same place we did.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, if he finds out, he's gonna beat my ass just like he did fucking years ago.
Hell, that's one thing my dad didn't beat my ass on. I'd come home fucking stoned as shit,
Really?
dude. And
Never did.
my mom be like,
Never.
ah, dude, you see that? He's like, leave him alone. Just let him eat his dinner and go to bed. You know, so
I never experimented with that shit. And I never
but
really.
I haven't touched it for years, nor do I want to.
Right.
I mean,
It's not a bad. I don't think it's a bad thing.
no, I think
If you're gonna experiment in your early 20s. Get that
experiment
shit out of
early,
you.
get to knowing what it does, how
Yeah.
you feel. I mean, get it out. I think you're fighting more of a battle if you try to keep your kids away from. You're never
Exactly,
going to
yeah.
do that. Ever.
I think a lot of people understand that
So it's
too.
like, cool. You want like these?
If you want to do it, try half. You know,
Yeah,
don't do all of it.
You know, or I would push on fucking like gravity bong or something. Like hit that sumbitch hard as you can.
I'll be 100% honest with you. I got no idea what you're fucking talking about.
Gravity bong.
When it comes down to it, my dad had to explain to me what fucking THC was yesterday.
So gravity.
He's all about the gummies, by the way. I don't know if he wants me to put this on the episode. I'll definitely ask him. But he tried the gummies and fucking got baked.
Yeah.
He was sitting there and he told me, he's like, oh, I tried the gummies. I was like, what gummies? He's like, man, I just took 2 fucking pain pills and it just wasn't doing it for me. The muscle relaxers weren't doing it for me. So he said, I went down to cheap tobacco. He said, I bought the fucking gummies that are 100 milligrams a piece. And he said, I fucking cut them in half. He said, Clayton, everything from my neck down stopped fucking hurting. I'm like, well, no fucking shit, dude. Jesus Christ, you're baked off your fucking gourd.
THC forever for him.
I'm sure he is fucking set now.
No, I'm sure.
He fucking loves it. Which is good for him. Good for him.
I honestly.
And if you guys use THC out there, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. I honestly see the science and shit behind it being medical helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it. It's there. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I've never experimented with another.
It sits me in the corner of the fucking couch
Never.
and looking up at the damn ceiling, spinning like a motherfucker. I don't like it. I don't like what it does. It's just not for me.
No.
I'm all good.
I'm perfectly okay with getting that nicotine buzz or riding a buzz out from alcohol. I love the buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Like you keep going and you're just riding that out.
Yeah, but everything's still kind of normal.
Yeah.
Alcohol kind of slows you down a little bit. You know, you're just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, but getting high is a whole fucking.
I don't play that game. Never have, never will. But
this gravity bong is literally a 5-gallon bucket, 2-liter bottle. Cut in the bottom of the 2-liter bottle is cut. So you submerge it down. You got the cap that you got set up to where you pack it but when you submerge it, and then there's air trapped in there. You fill that fucker full of smoke, pop that cap, and you clear it and you rise it up. Dude, that's what I experienced with my first fucking time, couple times with the best friend that lived up the road that's now in prison. But that shit, I experimented with it enough that I knew like it wasn't for me. Like
Right.
it's all good. I'll stick my damn beer and my nicotine.
That's where I'm at. I'm good
You
with the
know,
beer and the
but
nicotine, and
I'm totally on point with these boys. Like they get a. I'm not gonna stop them from being young by any means. I just want them to know
be
what
smart about being young, for
be
sure.
smart and know how to take responsibility and be scared of consequences.
Yeah,
You know, they get they get of age, man. Like you want to have a drink or two,
sure. Fuck
sure,
yeah.
right here. You ain't leaving. You ain't going anywhere else, but
Yeah.
right here. Am I gonna be dumb to the fact that they're somewhere else when they're hanging out with their buddies, not doing any of that shit? No, they are. Just at that point, it's just
And
keeping them safe.
you as a parent, I would think, you just have to trust that you've trained your boys enough that they'll take that information and run with it. Same with my parents. But yeah, I mean, you just have to. I think, and like I said, I keep talking like I'm a fucking parent. I eventually want to be, but I feel like you just have to instill in your kids what you've learned and hope that they
Hmm.
take that information that you've given them and use even a portion of it's better than fucking nothing,
Yeah,
in my opinion. But
I got one kid that I can count on and trust. I j- I can count on and trust them all, but
you don't have a favorite, but
I don't have a favorite because that depends on the day.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this day, I'm like, I kind of like you a little bit more, and this day,
because
I'm
you're not
like,
being a
I kind of
shitbag.
like you a little bit more. But my daughter, the one thing that I don't have to fucking constantly talk to, here lately, because she's getting wrapped up in this whole social media bullcrap, her
Mhm.
friends and gossip and drama, and she's just getting that age. But for a long time, she's been the most mature one that I've had.
Really,
When I ask to go do something, she goes and does it. And I know if I'm like, hey, go grab me a half-inch wrench, she's coming back with a damn half-inch wrench. Not a pair of fucking pliers. So it's I can count on all of them, but I don't know if it's the difference between a boys and a girl. She just she's much easier to manage. And here I thought for a long time, like fuck that, I don't want no girls, give me all boys.
is she a daddy's girl or a mama's girl?
Daddy's girl
Is
for
she for?
sure,
Ah,
hundred
dude,
percent.
cannot tell you how bad I want that in my life one of these days.
Oh, that's the only one I get because the other three boys are fucking mommy's boys. They're so stuck
Shoved
on
up
fucking
mom's ass.
titties, man. Lord have mercy.
I do. I see people that have that, and I'm like, man, I eventually one of these days, because I knew how easy mom said I loved raising boys. Yeah, yeah, the boys are. Me and Camden fought a lot,
Yeah.
but she's like, as long as nobody's bleeding, let them wrestle a little bit, they'll get the fucking shit out, and everything will be fine.
Mhm.
I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, boys are super easy to take care of. Oh, girls are super easy to take care of," but
Yeah,
I never
girls,
fucking grew up with that, so I have no fucking clue. But
girls for sure, man. I imagine it will get super complicated when her teenage years kicks in
oh, I'm
and
sure when
all
that
that
fucking
extra stuff comes about, and then of course worrying about her and what boyfriend she's got, and when she's getting married and how her home life is she getting abused, blah 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 blah. But as far as growing up wise, dude, they do it so much faster. And I'm not gonna lie, they mature faster. She's the 11-year-old. And then the two boys are 12 and 13, and then of course the other boy's 8. But as far as maturity goes, listening skills, all everything above, you know, she's on it, but she's been that way ever since, I came into her life when she was 2 or 3 years old. She's been wrapped around my fucking finger. Ain't left since, but she's one child I ain't had to say a whole lot to.
right.
Boys, on the other hand, that's if I got gray hair coming in, that's where it's coming in from.
Boys I know are hard headed. I think a lot more than females.
Definitely a lot more hard headed, stubborn. And then, of course, you have as a dad of a boy, you have all these wants and ways that you want them to be. And that's something I've had to learn through trial and error. It's like, they're their own. They have their own personalities. They're not going to be who you want them to be. You know, if I had it my way, man, the kid be a fucking, both them boys would be rock stars out on the fuck any field. Baseball, football, whatever. It's nothing to them. It's just super easy. Comes natural. Ain't none of that stuff comes natural to my kids and these boys at all. my wife sometimes, will make the comment, "Well, you got to spend the time with them to go out there and teach them whatever." And I do when I can, but I was never taught that way, you know, and all that came supernatural to me. I wasn't banged upside the head by my dad fucking drilling me every day on how to play baseball or football. I
Right.
just went out there and did it, and I was good at it. It just these boys, they've come a long way in football. Very very pleased with where they've come in it. They're doing a good job. But you just get in that mind frame is like, you know, you want your kid, you want your boy to be the best.
Right.
You want him to be the best one out there on the field. And I found myself getting disappointed sometimes, but that's part of learning being a dad. You especially when you got 4 kids, every one of them's got a different personality,
Right.
you know, and how to work with them, and what works for one doesn't work for the other. The hell you looking at? What are you going through on your
Sorry, I'm
phone?
not. I'm not. I mean, I am multitasking. I'm listening to you. Kristen and I talked about a couple questions the last episode, and I was going to ask you the same questions, and I'm just trying to find them again. So Kristen and I threw something together real quick, and we just kind of went back to the basics, and we bounced ideas off of each other. And like she interviewed me, and I interviewed her a little bit. It was cool. It was just something a little different. I was trying to find some fucking questions, like dumbass fucking getting to know people questions. But it was funny to get back to the basics.
Yeah.
Like what's your favorite color and what's the reason behind your favorite color.
Oh yeah, that's super basic.
You're just super basic, but like you can take that in a complete fucking different direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just weird shit like that. Like I talked to her about the books that I like to read and shit. What books I recommend. Just some weird fucking shit. I'm not gonna find it, and I'll be 100%
So
honest. I don't have a fucking patience to.
something different than arguing about if you tip good
Yeah,
enough or she
something
she
different.
doesn't tip
Because we
enough,
really didn't have any topics on
or
here.
you
But
don't tip enough, but she tips more. And I tell you what, 100% through and through that
she would be
whole
proud of me. I had a $10 bill. Uh, Friday. My breakfast was $10. I had a $5 bill in my wallet. I'm like, do I run my card and leave a cash tip? That way she doesn't have to. Because if you leave a cash or a tip with your card,
yeah,
there's a
you gets
percentage that
taxed.
it gets taxed.
Right.
I was like, fuck it. Threw the $5 bill on the table and I didn't think twice about it. Plus, I even knew the waiter. She was cool. She always treats me good. I was like, Kristen would be proud. That's a 50 fucking percent tip, and there's no fucking reason that I should have left the $5 bill on the
Nope.
table.
Nope. 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 Nope.
But I
Mm-mm-mm.
did. That's all I had, and I was like, fuck it. You know what? Every once in a while,
Hell no. That
I keep
and I'm
fucking
not
bill.
I'm definitely not picking sides or anything. But I'm not. I will tip, but I do not generously tip.
That's what I told her. I said I need exceptional service for a decent tip,
100%.
and I'm like, I feel like it's your job to check on me to make sure my fucking drink's not empty. I feel like it's your job to make sure everything's the way I ordered it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's your job fucking description. And
not
maybe it's me being a dick, but it
no,
is what
it
it is.
is. And if you can't manage to do those simple things, yeah,
You're a shitty
well,
waiter.
I'm not. You're not. I'm not paying you.
Right.
Like you're.
And she's like, "What is exceptional service to you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, fucking blowjob, maybe." I don't know, fucking-
No. Yeah. What it is that my silverware is there. My food comes out hot. My drink is never empty whatsoever. And you come around and you ask, "Is there anything I can get you?
Yeah.
Is everything good?" And then, can I get you even as something simple as coming back around and asking for dessert? You'd be amazed how many don't. I don't ever get dessert, but it's just the
Yeah.
fact
Hey,
of
I'm
it.
in a hurry. Here's your bill.
Yeah,
And you don't fucking.
but
Good luck
most
trying to catch her to pay
nowadays,
it.
man, they don't do that, dude. I'm sitting there with a cup full of ice most of the fucking time.
Choking down
It
food.
takes forever for my damn food to fucking come out to begin with.
Which is, it's not really their. Her and I were talking about that too. It's not really their fault that the food, if the food is not prepared right, or if it takes forever to come out.
Okay, then take the temperature of your fucking food.
Yeah, I
You
get
know
it.
what I mean? That's exactly what I do. Call me a fucking critic. If my food comes to my fucking table hot, but it took a while, okay, blame's off you. It's on them.
That's good
Kitchen
food.
is
Yeah.
busy. If my fucking food comes to me warm, Now that food's been sitting on that fucking counter for a minute. You just been too busy back there fucking gossiping and talking shit about people that you forgot about bringing my fucking food out to me. Dude, there was a time that my food, tumbleweed, and I'm dropping it like some bitch. I won't go there. It'd be a long time before I go there. My fucking food, my steak and stuff came out all warm. Steak not cooked right. And it's kind of hard to fuck up medium to begin with. But it was more so on the well done side of it. And it came out, it was warm. My potato wasn't even melting the fucking butter to
I've had that before.
be legit. And then my salad comes out after all
He
this.
told me about that.
You know, I'm like, you think she got a tip? No, because the steak was not right. It wasn't cooked right. So that tells me she didn't write it down right.
Well, even then, I like when a waitress comes out or a waiter, whoever, it doesn't matter, but when they bring your food out to you and they ask you, like especially a steak, hey, can you cut into this first just to
Mhm.
make sure it's the way you want it? Even though it's not their fault that it may not be cooked right, but at least they're trying to attempt to, if something is wrong, I will fix it
Yeah.
and bring that initiative. I also don't like wait staff that are overly friendly. Be my waiter. Don't be
Yeah,
my
don't
best
come to my
friend.
table every fucking 30 seconds.
Hey, bro.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
oh, I don't
there
like the
ain't none of
bro. I
that
don't like the
going
bro
on.
guy. I don't
No.
like the lady that puts her hand on your shoulder and
No,
hand on your back while you're
it's too
like,
much. Yeah.
I'm just trying to order food
Yeah,
here.
you're trying too hard.
Yeah. Don't make it obvious that you want me to fucking tip big.
And don't make me fucking have to argue with my wife when we leave here.
Yes,
'cause
exactly.
I
Did you
mean,
see the way she fucking looked at you with her eye kind of? No, I
No.
was enjoying the fucking steak that she
I
brought
was
me.
cutting in my steak, saying what it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legit, but I don't tip, man. Not. I do tip. I don't leave it out there to like I'm a sorry ass, but like you're not
That's like your
getting a
perspective's
fucking
probably going to be the same as mine. And I told Kristen this, and I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I feel like wait staff jobs are jobs you kind of get when you hit the fucking dirt, when you
Yeah.
fall back a little bit.
Yeah.
You get a wait staff job, you know you can make some quick, easy money about
Yeah.
it. If
Just
you
like
want
a
a job
stripper.
that pays well, instead of having to bank on making tips, get a job that has
Yeah,
been,
get an
a
hourly
wage that
wage.
you're getting for an hourly rate. Yeah,
Exactly. You know,
that's my point.
and it's validated. It's legit. You know, you have hey, we're not in some kind of inhumane society where your hands forced at marriage now and that you have to work where you work. No, it's all about choice.
Yeah.
You know, so if that's your choice, that's your choice. You're gonna take the ups, you're gonna take the downs, the goods, the bads. You make
Right.
fucking $5 one night, you make fucking 150 the next night. You know, that's your choice.
Exactly.
You know?
You can go to the fast food restaurant and you make an hourly
Mhm.
wage, no matter fucking if you sell 8 sandwiches or fucking 180
Right.
sandwiches.
Yeah,
Don't fucking matter.
it is what it is. You know, but I'm not losing sleep at night on how much I'm gonna tip or should I be tipping more or
Yeah.
no, that's hard earned money.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm a super restaurant critic too.
Really?
Yes. So
I'm not.
I am, dude.
Yeah, I'm paying my good hard earned money for something, but at the end of the day, I didn't have to cook dinner and I didn't have to do the dishes
Yeah,
at the end of the
but
day.
there's expectation. Like
I
if
know.
I'm going to a steakhouse, I'm dropping $50 on a steak, potato, and this is whatever. You know, I'm expecting
A
that steak to
$50
be
steak.
fucking good, and being of normal, decent size.
Yeah, you want quality, you're going to pay for it, and I expect
And
the
it's of
quality that
quality.
I'm paying. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. That's just not steak. It boils down to fucking pasta and everything else.
Yeah.
That's why if I want pasta, I go to Olive Garden. I rate them a fucking 9.5.
Right.
You know, and they
If you
got
want good seafood, you go to fucking Red Lobster. It's, you don't fuck around with Joe's Crab or not. I'm not saying Joe's Crab Shack.
a
Sorry.
Chinese buffet.
Exactly. If you
know?
don't want good seafood, you don't fucking go to a
Right.
Chinese buffet.
Right.
If you want a good steak, you don't fucking go to Denny's. Let's just be
Right,
honest about
right.
it. Because the dude at Denny's doesn't give a fuck what you ordered. He's
Hell
cooking
no.
it medium well.
he's swiping that fucking steak probably from roadkill and fucking throwing it on there and calling
Yeah.
it fucking fabulous.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you're right. You go to the places that you know, and I tell you what, the fucking most amazing meat, what was it called?
I want to
Texas de
go
Brazil.
Texas de Brazil. I want to go so bad.
On point, dude. That meat, that's the fanciest
I
kind of
wanna
fucking
go.
meat that you're gonna get.
I
But
know it's gonna be
it's on
expensive,
point. Oh, 100%.
but I want to go.
I tell you about that story.
Yeah, you told me.
Oh Jesus!
I don't think you told me on
Don't go in there
podcast.
not expecting.
That, and then there's a place called fucking oh shit, BD's Mongolian Barbecue.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Kind of like the same thing. It's buffet style. You go up and you get a plate full of raw meat, like the eggs still in the fucking shit. They cook everything
Oh,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah, you take it up. You take your plate up. You set it on like a little numbered square or whatever. They grab your shit, throw it on this big ass circle grill, and there's 8 fucking dudes. By the end of the time it's done cooking, like they just rotate around the table too. So that the one dude will be cooking your food for a quick second, and then they'll fucking switch, and another dude will be cooking your food for a little while, and throw the egg up in the air and catch it on these. They cook with big ass fucking sword looking things.
Yeah.
It's fucking wicked.
Oh yeah. The experience of it
Yeah.
would be great.
It's cool.
You know, but it's kind of different. You know, to walk in and drop $150
Ain't shit.
on. I mean, that's not what you're used to. You
Right.
know what I mean? But
You're gonna go to your local restaurant and get what you. Every time I go local, I know what I'm paying for. I expect this is what I'm
quality
getting.
stuff.
Yeah. But then you go to a place like that and you're like, oh, this is what I'm expecting now. If I'm paying this
Mhm.
price, I'm expecting this.
Right. Right.
So,
Yep.
You've been kind of going on about your shit. I didn't get to talk about what grinds my gears, and I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and drop this in front of you. I grinds my gears that you haven't fucking got on the Snuggie train yet. The fucking
Your
comfy train.
Snuggie.
I love my fucking comfy. I got it on now.
You're comfy.
Hopefully, there's other people out there that know what I'm talking about. And I'm not just out in left field on this bullshit. 'Cause
Maybe. I don't know.
the comfy, it's cold as fuck. I left work yesterday at 6 a.m. Fucking frost all over my windshield. I was like, God damn, it's too early for this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
getting cold fast.
You can tell it's coming in a hurry. That's for sure. The rhubarb and stuff that she's growing out back that normally cold weather. I mean, she's been plucking off of it, but the last night or night before, whatever, it got down below freezing or into the freezing
Yeah,
aspect.
it frosted the windshield. Though.
And I looked out there today, and everything's just wilted like crazy, done and gone.
It's crazy.
Time just to.
That was a question Kristen and I asked. If you could move anywhere, I already know your answer to this, but if you could move anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
Tennessee.
I knew that.
100%. I will be there one day. That's where my domain is going to be.
Right.
You know,
Not far enough south where you get the fucking hot as balls fucking summer. Still get a little bit of a winter, I'm assuming. I've
yeah,
never
they
been to
don't get
Tennessee, but-
much. You know,
Really?
that's kind of the neat thing about Tennessee. You go up there, a lot of their roads are clean. You know, dude, if they do get a dusting of snow there, and they do occasionally, everything shuts down. Everything. Schools, fucking stores, roads.
Ain't like here.
No, it's not. You fucking plow through 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, still going
They
to
get
school,
like
sorry,
a
what's your
fucking
luck?
quarter-inch of snow, and it's like, nope, we're done. Everything's closed.
I remember seeing a video, I don't know if it was on TikTok or where the fuck I saw it, but it was either last year or the year before where fucking Texas got that fucking little bit of fucking snow
Mhm.
and the interstate fucking iced over and people didn't know what the fuck to
Oh
do.
yeah,
No clue.
created
Wrecks
havoc.
everywhere.
Oh for sure. But Tennessee's far enough south that you have mild winters.
Right.
You know, nice summers. You know,
I said the Carolinas somewhere because it's not. I don't think your winters aren't going to be brutal. Your summers aren't going to be brutal, but you get more of a fucking
yeah.
somewhere that is in the median. You know.
You know, and call me stupid. I'm the kind of guy I want to experience like natural disaster kind of things. Like, dude, I told her I want to be down in Florida on a time to experience a fucking hurricane. I want to
I
experience
don't
it.
know if you know this or not, but I live in the valley, and I can tell you exactly what one looks like when it floods fucking 16 inches in my garage, and I walk out in the garage in fucking muck boots, and the water's coming up over my muck boots. I'm
Yeah.
like, this kind of fucking blows. You know.
Yeah, I know everybody's answer is want to go to Florida. I'm just.
Or she was talking about that, and I said, there's certain states like Florida, California with the earthquakes, fucking Kansas with the fucking tornadoes. That shit comes with the territory.
Oh yeah.
You know, sorry about your luck, but you picked that. So
I'm-
when shit happens,
I'm not into that fucking.
know,
I
fucking-
like. I can go I want to keep those spots as vacationing spots.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't
Let
want
me
to
go there in
go
the summer once every fucking
right.
couple years.
I don't want to go live on a beach and
I did love it. I really do.
yeah, it's nice. They go down.
Yeah.
It's a change of scenery. It's nice to experience. I just don't think I want to live it. I don't
Right.
want the beach life. Y- I know. I like the woods. I like I like total privacy. That's what I like.
Right.
Tennessee is where it's going for sure. So you say South Carolina or the Carolinas?
In the Carolinas somewhere, one of the two. It doesn't matter. Somewhere where if you
And
wanted to
that's
go to the beach, you could drive an hour or two,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not something that you're gonna fucking wake up every morning and
That's the thing about Tennessee, though, man. The lakes all around Tennessee, beautiful, beautiful water, beautiful clean water. The beaches
I
are
would
like
just
a
still like
beach.
to be riding motorcycle at this time and it still be comfortable.
Yeah,
We rode the bike that day I come down to see you and it was fucking chilly. I
yeah.
mean, I'm running out of days. I'm running out of
Hmm.
time here. But I'm that stubborn fucking dude that I've got chaps, I've got fucking leather, so I'm gonna put them on and I'm gonna fucking suffer to get that last fucking ride in. I'm not gonna do it in the wintertime. Fuck that bullshit.
Yeah, right
I'm not
now,
fucking
though,
stupid, but
kind of
right
chilly.
right now is getting to be that time where it's
Yeah,
40 degrees when I get off work and I can't bring the motorcycle into work anymore or else I'm gonna freeze my balls off on the way
yeah. I'm
home.
getting too old for that shit, man. Fuck that. Nope, nope. Mm-mm. I'd freeze my ass off.
It's
Even
fucking
a couple minute drive I got.
yeah. You weigh your pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be beautiful to ride to work, but once you get there, it's that shit coming home. I'm so glad I fucking didn't do it yesterday because, like I said, there was fucking frost on my goddamn truck when
Mm-hmm.
I come out of there.
Dude, that was
Ugh. Even with the leathers on, you're still fucking shaking because it's cold. Which I don't mind it. I don't know if it's just because I'm accustomed to it, but last year, put the chaps on, put the leathers on, put a face mask up, wear a toboggan,
dude,
get your ride in.
there was a time in my 20s that I loved this shit. It was
We just didn't get much of a fall.
yeah.
Have you noticed? Like, fall's supposed to be like a
Now I think
little bit better than a spring.
that hurricane came in, dude, and
Fucking wiped shit out.
it just wiped it out. And I figured I'm still like told her she's like AC's season's about done. I'm like I don't know about that.
I unplugged mine, believe it or not.
I said well we'll see, but because I fully anticipated on like freaking 80-degree days
Still, yeah,
coming back getting hit with it.
it's not
Hell,
looking that way.
not too many Christmases ago, we're having fucking 60-degree Christmas.
Yeah,
As you're living on the seat of your pants right now.
yep. I think it was. I don't know if it was last Christmas, or the Christmas before. Me and Dad fucking sitting in a hot tub outside,
Yeah.
and it pouring down the snow.
Mm,
And then next thing you know, it's fucking 60 degrees
yeah.
on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Kids are outside fucking throwing football around.
Hmm.
You know.
Yep.
But that's
For
what you
sure.
get in an area like this. You never know
Mhm.
what the fuck it's gonna be. That's why I'd like to be in the Carolinas where it's a little bit more stable, I think. But
I'm gonna buy property in Tennessee, put a cabin on it, Airbnb it, or we can retreat it.
oh yeah.
Use it when I want to use it, but let it pay for itself.
Right.
And when it's
Be
there
sick.
for when I'm ready for it to be there.
Yeah, set yourself up for a fucking retirement.
Hell yeah.
That's all I'm trying to do is trying to save up some money and fucking work for a retirement.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't fuck up like I did, man. Money it gets up there so high, and it's like you get in between jobs, and it's like, that money's mine.
It's a cushion, yeah.
You pull that fucking money, and of course you use it. And now you get older, and before retirement wasn't even a thing,
Right.
but now it's kind of like, uh,
Yeah, if you don't have fucking property with oil and gas on it,
yeah,
we ain't got shit other than your retirement.
I got
Life insurance, but fuck, that kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, Jesus Christ. So before we were rudely interrupted by your air compressor, it scared the shit out of me. I think another question Kristen might have asked, or it's something that I wanted to hear from you. On your days off, what shows have you been binging here lately? Binge watching?
no, for sure, Blacklist.
I haven't still yet got into
So
it.
Blacklist, and I'm really, really trying to get into the Jet and Jeffrey Dahmer.
Kristen finished it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I've been wanting to start it, but it's something I kind of want to watch with her. You know, she works the way she works and I work. And it makes it hard. So I end up binge watching shit by myself, and she's like, "Wait, what? What happened?" I'm like, "Babe, I'm like
Yeah.
20 episodes ahead where you you last left off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save it for her." But I am definitely a investigative crime kind of guy. I
You'd like
like
Lieutenant Joe Kenda. You heard of it before?
no,
Old fucking retired detective. Takes you through all of his cases and shit back when he was a kid.
not really.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah,
I
I
binge
like
watched the fuck out of that.
yeah, I like
It was
watching
on
that kind of
Hulu.
stuff.
I fucking loved it. 'Cause he does. He takes you through all the grit and grime and everything too. And
I tried watching that fucking that shit that everybody's watching nowadays, that damn shit, what is it called? Stranger Things or some whatever.
mm,
I can't get it. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of that shit. I'm like, this ain't for me. That's some weird shit, man.
I haven't
It's
even
definitely I
never
don't
even
know
heard
how
about it.
people get into that kind of stuff. Too weird for me. But also, like, I have I gets me in trouble with her most time because I think of the perspective side, and like I'm like, that could be real, and that's just how I think about things. Like, what? Because she tends to be a little bit more simple minded, a little closed box, a little
You're
bit.
going into the exact alley that I didn't watch the Jeffrey Dahmer shit just because Kristen found that super interesting. I'm glad she did. She really liked it. She loved the documentary. But it's just not for me. I just couldn't get into it. She watched
Thing
the first episode and I fell asleep
the
through it.
things that the problem when I try watching things that I can relate to somewhat, like I absolutely hate watching like demon shit, like Exorcist and shit like that, because that shit's real. So I'm good. I'm good without knowing or seeing firsthand on a fucking screen on shit like that happening. I'm just
Dad and I kind of are
I'm
the same
okay with
way
that.
because I told Dad, I was like, well, I kind of believe in like ghosts and spirits and shit, but I'm also super Christian. So I don't know where the lines are on that shit. But I told Dad, and him and I have a good understanding about this. He's just cool about it. I said, I just want you to know, like, told my dad, when you pass away, if you're able to do some goofy shit
Yeah,
like
do
that,
it.
I said, please do, just
Yeah,
so I know that it's legit. And I know it'd be like, that's my dad fucking flickering the lights on and off and moving shit.
dude.
But my dad told me, it's like 100%. He said, if I can fucking do it, you best fucking believe I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna tell you this story real quick as I can to get it out to
That's
you,
fine. We got all the time in the world.
dude. My experience, and I am no way, shape, or form kidding, joking. Period. I've I've been like that. Like, I kind of believe, but give me some proof. I want to see some shit.
Yeah.
When I was like 14, my dad and my uncle know of this fucking place way out in like Frazeysburg, Wakatomica bullshit. Dude, you drove miles on a single like farm lane road back in woods, like deep back in the damn woods. No houses, no nothing around. They knew where this fucking place was. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm going for
Fucking scare tactic bullshit.
the ride. I'm like, these
Yeah.
motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing but fucking try to scare me, blah blah blah. So it's me, my dad, my uncle, my cousin, um, I think there's somebody else I can't remember. Dad, anywho. So we pull up this place, dude. 100% sketchy. Old block fucking house, super sketchy to begin with. I mean, anything that keys off on, a place that you shouldn't be. That's definitely the place that looked like you shouldn't fucking be there. But besides the fact of it took miles and miles to fucking get to, and nothing else is around it.
Right.
There's this barbed wire fence down below, and this house, this block house sits up on a fucking hill a little bit in the fucking woods, and it's all block house, you know, kind of destroyed and somewhat a little bit, whatever, still standing. So we climb over this fucking barbed wire fence, go up to the sun bitch, dude. This was a fall night, and it was in October, you know, and I'm telling you, it was every bit of 60, 65 degrees, easy, and it wasn't nothing that you're fucking seeing your breath for. I promise. And I'm not joking either. But you walk up into this bitch, man, and you just got you got this immediate feeling like. And my dad was claiming that was the first time he's been there too. So we didn't have no fucking flashlights or nothing. It was fucking lighters is what we're. No, I take that back. We did have one flashlight. The rest were lighters. We walk in this motherfucker, man, and it had. You can clearly tell it's extremely old, big thick wooden floors. There's gaps in the fucking wooden floors. You can tell there's a fucking basement down. You can hear it echoing when you walk. There's old wooden steps that went up to the second level of this fucking house. But I'm telling you, when you walked in, you could literally see your breath. Not to mention like the hair stand up, the goosebumps. You immediately get that feeling beyond being kind of scared that something's not fucking right. So you go in and you sit here and you're breathing and you can see your fucking breath. Beforehand, walking in that motherfucker, you couldn't see your breath at all. It's 60, 65 degrees. It is a warm night. So we go in there. And of course, the first thing we decide to do is go up the steps to the second level, see what's up there. So my dad's in front, I'm behind my dad, uncle's behind me, cousins back below. And we go up these steps far enough that when you get to the top of these steps, there's no railing or nothing. You can see the floor and the room. We had this fucking flashlight up there. Well, flashlight off. And I very distinctively remember hearing that button click, and that button was clicking, but no light was fucking coming on. So that kind of told me like, okay, they're not fucking around with me, you know. My dad lights his lighter. My uncle gives me a lighter. I light the lighter. We all light these fucking lighters. You get enough fucking light up there, and there's the only thing that was up there was this fucking rocking chair. This rocking chair is in a corner, the very back furthest point corner of this house, or the second level of this little house. Um, and this motherfucker sitting there moving. Initially, 100% right off the bat, there's a breeze. Not thinking anything about it. Well, we had a problem with keeping the lighters lit. So you get to when you see this fucking rocking chair rock, and then the lighter gone. Like, and then you sit there and try to light them, and you're looking at pitch black
Yeah.
right now, dude. And so this, of course, starts setting a little anxiety in a little bit. Like, what the fuck? Well, so we go downstairs because we're trying to figure out fucking light. So we get, we finally get the flashlight where it comes back on. We got light at this point. Downstairs in the basement, which we didn't know, we couldn't find the fucking entrance to. You heard what sounded like chains down there moving. Legit, like you're picking up log chains moving. And at that point, like I'm ready to call it. At this point, I'm like,
Yep,
fuck
I've
this.
had enough.
I was ready to call it when I was seeing my breath. And so Dad's like, well, let's go back upstairs, see if that rocking chair is still fucking moving real quick. So we go up the steps and we just get eye level with the floor, the old fucking floor at this point, and the rocking chair wasn't moving. So we're sitting there watching. The flashlight starts fucking flickering a little bit, and then it dim real low, and then it come back on real strong. Well, when it came back on fucking strong, the fucking rocking chair went from the corner of the fucking house and hit the fucking wall close to where the steps were. Nobody and nothing up there, dude. I was second in line. There was like 2 or 3 people behind me. Dude, I scaled them fucking steps down out of that house past them. I ran down the fucking hill, dude. I jumped the barbed wire fence, never even fucking touched it. And into the fucking van I went. Locked that son bitch. And of course, behind me, my dad comes hauling ass up out of there. And it was just a look in my dad's face that
Yeah. It's
he
wicked because you hear those stories from people and you're like, well, it's a setup or some crazy shit. Something's going on. But then you hear it from somebody that you trust with. You're like, man, that's fucking crazy.
nah,
I never had that shit. We lived in an old house, and the house naturally just made noises. I used to be, as a kid in high school, I would watch Ghost Adventures and the ghost hunt and shit like that.
Mm.
But if I did, it was 9 o'clock in the morning and all the lights were on. I wasn't fucking playing no games with that because that basement made noises whether you liked it or
Yeah,
not.
right.
So I was always like, I don't know. But it's crazy to think of that shit. I've never had any kind of weird experience like that or nothing.
My dad always has because he grew up in a house that was a nursing home and got turned into a house, and that's a house he grew up on. And of course, they raised cattle, chicken, all the above. But um, he experienced that, like especially upstairs. He you can always hear noises. The rocking chair upstairs would always rock, but he in time that he believed in spirits at that point. But there was a room that his mom died when he was young, and that's a room that became his bedroom, and he became okay with it because the chair that she always sat in every night that he went to bed from that point on, he said it. You go crawl in bed, and he goes, I knew it was okay. That chair would start moving, and I knew it was my mom sitting in that
It's
chair.
wicked though.
You
It's
know,
fucking weird.
but it is. It's definitely it's an experience, and it fucks with your mind a little bit. But when you ask me, do you believe in ghosts or spiritual kind of things or in energy? I don't know which of them I believe, but I know there's something.
There's something.
There is something.
You know, that's the same way I believe it too. If there's good things like that, to everything that there is, there's an exact opposite of. So yeah, if there's all this good
Mhm.
shit, why can't there be some bad shit
Oh,
tied
absolutely.
in with it too? You know, that's what
100%.
my mom was always. I was big into that shit when I was a kid. Mom's like, I don't know. You never know who you're fucking with. You never know what you're. Because yeah, you might think you're talking to somebody or somebody's doing something. Oh, it's just so and so. You know, they're showing me that they're here. You don't fucking know.
Yeah, you don't
Don't
know
open a
that,
door you can't fucking close either. You know.
especially with like possession. Yeah,
I don't even. That shit's.
seeing them people, that completely out of their character, how they're acting, how they're contorting their body, the voice that they have, the
It's
the
just
the
yeah.
pupils, the size
I
that
don't
they get,
fucking.
like something is fucking going on, man. Some people, yeah, tune and some fucking backwoods drugs I mean, does some funny shit to you, but like some of that shit, man, that you can't. That's not. You're not pretending.
Right.
You're not doing that shit. Some of that shit's wild. But
Uh,
that's why I don't watch fucking Exorcist and all that dumb shit. I don't gets me thinking
right.
too much,
That's
and
that's how I am. My mind gets to rolling,
I'm
and I'll
trying not
believe
to
what I believe in, and I'm cool with believing that. You know.
not trying to
Like
sleep with the blanket over my head.
right. You know, it's just weird because I do feel like you said there is some kind of something that I do believe in. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but like my grandfather, I didn't really know him real well. I was too young to know him, but his favorite song was "Talk About Me." Old ass song. You're not gonna hear that shit on the radio hardly ever.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember the day that I got my license. My mom was like, or my permit. My mom freaking out because I drove back from the fucking place where I got my permit from. The radio fucking cut out, bunch of static. Driving through, she just let the radio go, whatever. Come into fucking town where the fucking service was better. Fucking Talk About Me was playing on the radio.
Mhm.
My mom starts bawling. I'm like, what the hell? She's like, it's your grandpa, doing some crazy shit like he does. And I just like, I believe that there's something. I just
Yep.
don't know exactly what I want to believe in and what I want to think is just fucking hocus pocus bullshit. But it is weird. I mean, there's a lot of shit that we don't know about. And it's hard to tell what is.
Dude, there's a ton of shit we don't know about. I mean, we can't even fathom of half the shit that goes on when.
I don't want my dad to die, but you know, if he does, and
Yeah.
I know my shit starts flickering, I'm gonna let
Haunt
you
me.
know.
Do
That's
it.
basically what I told him. I said, if you have the capability and the power to do that kind of shit,
I
I
don't
said, you
know,
best
man,
fucking believe.
because from how it's told is that if that's the case, then your spirit has no direction to go.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of trapped, which
So
is weird too.
I don't. Although I'd want like
Yeah.
somebody
If
that I
that's the
know.
case, then I hope my dad never does haunt me because
Right,
I would want that
right,
guy to rest in peace and have an enjoyable afterlife.
yeah.
But like you said, there's just so many questions. It's weird how we fucking got on that topic. I don't even know how we started that. But
Telling you, man, it's just how it goes. It's how it works.
that's what I love about podcasting with you is that when I do other guests, like I feel like I have to have an agenda, and we stick to that agenda. Your and I's shit just fucking
And we'll talk about anything.
anything. It
Whatever.
doesn't fucking
We'll
matter.
roll with it. But that's how we are though. That's how we click too. Conversations are never dry, and we always have something to talk about. We always have something to catch up on. It's just how it is. What makes it good. What makes it good relationship, friendship, podcast partner, whatever.
I never thought starting a podcast like this would fucking be what it is now. You know what I mean?
I never even thought
It's
I'd
wicked.
talk on one, man. That's just not no.
I told
That's not who I
in
thought
the
I
first
was.
few episodes, I've been wanting to do this for a year better.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to other podcasts and I thought, how easy would that be? And then I see it's not super easy. I mean, getting the shit together is kind of difficult, but this is the easy part now.
Yeah.
Fucking square now.
Yeah.
This shit's simple.
Yeah.
But it's just,
I'd really wish that somebody would reach out though and be like, "Hey,
I still haven't had much
I want
much
you
kickback.
all. I want your all's opinion.
Kristen and
I
I
want
did
you to
decide,
talk about
though,
this."
We're gonna get a rendezvous this upcoming year with the club.
Yeah.
Taking all this shit with me.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna introduce the podcast world to as many fucking warthogs as I possibly can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set up a little pop-up tent, have all my shit setting up, have a patch member sit down, and I'm gonna say, you have 5 fucking minutes. Tell me who you are, where you're from, how you got your club name, and an interesting thing that you
That'd be
think's
pretty
cool.
cool.
Just get as many fucking people
Mhm.
as I can get on in like an hour and a half, because I guarantee you're gonna meet a shit ton of fucking people that I love and respect.
Yeah.
And it'd be wicked to do that kind of shit.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I eyeballing that chicken for.
I'm not eyeballing the chicken there. You're not noticing the fucking lights. See, we got to talking about this shit. Your lights are flickering. Like they're not as strong. Like they're steady, and then there's like a.
Maybe we'll get some.
Ooh, I don't know. My dad better not be fucking kicking the bucket, because if so, the wrong place to do it. I shouldn't even say that. It's funny. He'll laugh about it. There's a buddy of mine I went to high school with, fucking standing on the Philadelphia Eagles sideline with a fucking jersey on. Never thought that dude would have made it either. Not saying that he didn't have the capabilities, but I went to school with this fucking kid, Josh Sills.
Yeah, Sills.
Went to fucking school and played football with that kid. Now
Yeah.
he's a fucking professional football
That's
player.
pretty
Good
cool.
for him.
And he
Prove
was
to the fucking world you can do something with your fucking
he was
life.
a walk-on too, wasn't he?
Now he got a scholarship through.
Yeah. And,
got a scholarship through West Virginia and then transferred to Oklahoma State.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then got drafted.
Did not get drafted.
Okay,
no.
that's what I was
he
thinking.
Didn't make it in the draft. I was hoping that he would. You hear rumors and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking people talking he's going to go first round. And I'm like, well, that'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Never did get drafted, but the Eagles picked him up after the draft.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, this is fucking crazy. Matter of fact, I don't have a West Virginia jersey. I'd like to get one. I've got his fucking, not his personally. I bought it off of some fucking cheap ass fucking site. Got one of his Oklahoma State jerseys with his number and his fucking name on the back of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, it for schools around here, or
we're a fucking small ass town.
Yeah, we're just small, and that's everything around. Even the MVO like Tri Valley and Maysville and John Glenn, and I mean all of them too. It's still cool to see.
Something come from our area.
Something come from.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty neat.
But let's go ahead and get this wrapped up.
Yep.
Not that I fucking want to cut this conversation short, but like I said, I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. I'm fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not fading, but I'm getting to that point.
Yep.
But thanks again, guys, once again for another great episode. Stevens, thank you again for helping me out with this. Try to get our episodes back on track here. We're still going to record and drop episodes on Wednesday. I know I keep saying that in all the previous episodes. Just still kind of pondering the idea of maybe switching to Saturdays, but for right now, there's no changes. Still sticking to Wednesday mornings. You guys can wake up early Wednesday morning and get wobbled with us as we kick it. And I know a lot of people like to listen to it in the evening where they can sit down and drink and have a beer with us. I have had friends reach out. I'm going to get a buddy of mine on that just had his wedding not long ago. He even told me, he said, you and Stevens make me fucking laugh hard. He told me him and his new wife drove from here to Destin, Florida. And he said, I binge listened. I was so far behind just because I had other shit to do. He said, I binge listened all your fucking episodes. He said, you and Kristen, you and Stevens. He said, my wife and I laughed so fucking hard. Just because it's so relatable.
Yeah.
They get it. It's
for
funny.
sure.
And I love that I'm able to do that. I never thought in a million years that I'd be able to fucking do that. I love being the joke. If I got to make the joke about myself, so be it. But
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, I think that's where we get along because
love
I don't
them.
like being the center of the joke. You love
Oh,
being. You
dude,
don't give two
I don't give a
shits.
flying fuck. If I'm the center of the joke, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But thanks again, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys listening. Stay up to date. Going to get some more episodes recorded. I'm going to try to get myself in a good, comfortable position where I've got some episodes on the back burner again. Get it back ahead of this shit so we can keep the ball rolling. But until next time, guys, I'll let Steven sign you off.
Hey, stay wobbled.
Stay wobbled, guys. Thanks so much.